Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So we have a very impromptu episode today. I just thought I would film because I do have some finished objects. Haven't finished a ton. I have a lot of whips going on right now, and I'm not mad at it because I feel like that's typically how it goes towards the end of the year, and you feel like casting on all the things. And right now, I'm really big on accessories. So, let's get into it. If you're new here, my name is Joy. I do podcasts, and I think that's pretty much it. I do other random videos as well, but I am trying to get back in the swing of like regular podcasts because I feel like I've been slacking a bit over the past few months. I just haven't really felt like it, but it's whatever. I'm wearing my sweater number 32 by My Favorite Things Knitwear right now. I love this sweater so much. I know that I'm definitely gonna knit another one. This one is knit in Puralana, just held single, very, very simple. If you watch my last video, which was like a roundup video of all of the sweaters I've knit by My Favorite Things Knitwear, then I talked more about it. If I knit another one, it's definitely going to also be Puralana. So I have two finished objects, which to be honest, they were both almost like, let me just put this here. I don't want to put my tea anywhere around my knits because I'm drinking hibiscus tea, and if you know anything about it, it will stain everything and it will not come off. So technically, both of these were pretty much done. I had only one sleeve left of this one. So this is my Ciro sweater, and I have lint on it. How did I get lint on it so quickly? Ciro sweater. I don't know what the lighting is going to be like in this new location because it's early morning and it still feels really gloomy, but obviously I always put pictures up. This is a test knit that I did for Morecaknit, and this is in La Manna Como and La Manna Premia. So it's a DK weight gauge. The whole thing was knit on 4mm needles, and the rib was knit on 3mm needles, which I did not enjoy. I talked about it. The rib took forever. So you can see there's a long, this is, if you hear voices in the background, please ignore that. I'm gonna try to fix it somehow. And then the body rib is also very, very long. And it also has a split hem. The sleeves also have a split. And at first I was thinking, I don't know how I'm gonna like that, but I really, really like it. If I do knit another one of this, I probably will not do the split for the sleeves, just so that, it can feel extra cozy without like air getting into it. I think the only main modification I made is that I knit my sleeves slightly shorter because I knew it was going to be too long. So I talked a little bit about the construction before, so I'll just go over it really quickly. So basically you start, you may not be able to see it right now, but you start at the bottom of the back and with the provisional cast on, and you can see there's a line. I don't know if you can see it, or maybe it doesn't show up that much, I don't know. So my provisional cast on, something went wrong, so there's a noticeable jog in the back, and then you just work your way up with some really interesting decreases, and it creates this like decorative edge. There's short rows everywhere, short rows on the back, short rows on the two fronts, short rows on the sleeves. It's a Morecaknit pattern, and I've tested for her, so I don't know, probably like 4 or 5 times now, and every pattern of hers always has tons of short rows. So she just has such great attention to detail, and I'm so glad this is done. So it was technically already done, but then I noticed that the second sleeve that I had knit, I put the slit in the wrong spot because the slit is supposed to be like right here at the top of the shoulder all the way down instead of the underarm, but I did it the other way and put the slit at the underarm because I'm not used to doing that. So I was just like in the zone and I was doing it, and I didn't notice until it was done. So both sleeves looked completely different, and I had to rip it out and start again. So, but I'm glad it's done now. I have worn it a ton, and because I'm like in the mood, I'm just doing a lot of like, I'm doing color work, I'm doing a lot of cables right now. I'm thinking, okay, I definitely need to knit some simple stockinette. So I may be casting on another one of these next year, hopefully soon. I just love the fit of it. It's just so great. So that's my Ciro sweater. And then the second finished object I have is the hat that I was working on last time. This is the Sellwood Hat by Woolfolk, and it's a cabled hat, and it's just a, I don't know. You start off with a 2x2 rib, so it's quite long. Do you see? This is how long the hat is. And this is such a dark, dark navy that it looks almost black. But because it's quite long, I've been folding it up as a double folded brim. I just make sure that the first fold is quite short. But you can wear it either way. You can fold it single, you can fold it double. So you start off with 2x2 rib, and then you start doing cables while still doing the 2x2 rib. And I have to put up a picture of it because these cables, I don't know, you just have left and right leaning cables, but they're not like regular left and right leaning cables because they have a purl stitch in the middle. So you have to rearrange the stitch and when you're doing the cable. So it makes it a little bit more tedious, but it's still a lot of fun. It's just that I think I definitely should have knit this with DPNs. I feel like my voice sounds a bit croaky this morning. Seasonal allergies are getting me. But yeah, I think I should have done it on DPNs. That would have made my life way easier because I was fighting to like get the, because I cable without a cable needle. So I was fighting for my life trying to trying to cable, but it's just, oh, it's so nice, so nice. And I've already won this. How did a bug get in here? I've already won this a few times now. What was I saying? Puralana and Kitseda, so it's a worsted gauge, I guess. And I think I knit this on 4mm, or is it 3.75? It's on Ravelry in any case. Very simple pattern. It's part of their, I think that you can get this pattern as a single pattern, or you can get it as part of like the hat pack that they do, which is like a company. They have like 4 different hat patterns in there. So I plan to knit the other, well, not the 2. I think I've knit 2 out of the collection. Now I have 1 more that I want to knit that's also a cabled knit. But yeah, Sellwood Hat, very, very easy. We're gonna drink more tea because my voice just sounds weird. And I can hear it, but I don't, I don't really know what is going on. Let's move on to whips, guys. I have so many whips going on. I don't even know. I don't know what's going on. But I have an exciting one because I've been talking about knitting socks for so long. It's been years since I knit socks. The last pair of socks I knit were like these worsted weight socks that I wore until they fell apart. And I was thinking that that would be the next sock I cast on, because you know we're moving on to into cozy weather, and it would be nice to have something cozy to wear around the house. But I thought, okay, I have this yarn, I'm in the mood for cables, let's cast on a cable sock. So I cast on, and I'm almost done with the first sock. Like, can you imagine? It's one of those things where you like procrastinate doing something for so long, and then you finally do it and it just like clicks and you can't stop knitting on it. Now it's definitely slowed down though, because now that I'm at the foot part, it's definitely slowed down. But this is Novita Venla. I have 3 colors in this yarn, or 5 colors, I don't even know. I don't know, it feels very rustic even though it has polyamide in it. So it's 75% wool, 25% polyamide. I don't know what color this is. It doesn't have a color name. I think it's 505. It's this baby pink. And the pattern is a free pattern. I don't remember what the designer name is, so I'll have to put it on the screen. But it's called Disturbance in the Force socks. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. And this is what it looks like. So cute. And then the back, so that's the front, and then the back is just all stockinette. So I've done everything. Like, I don't know, this yarn feels very rustic, and I feel like my tension is just all over the place. I don't know if it's just the yarn or if it's just me, but I do love how the cables look. So hopefully everything blocks out really nicely. So I'm working on the right leg now. So you have the option to do like a rib for the cuff, or just do like a cabled cuff. So this is just like simple right leaning cable, left leaning cable. So that's what I was gonna say. So you switch it out. So for the right leg, you do left leaning cables for the cuff, and then for the left leg, you do right leaning cables. So I just opted for that because that's the look that I'm going for. I just preferred this to the regular. Actually, the other option that I saw people doing, it's not really a rib. It's more like, I don't know. It's a larger rib, maybe like a 6x2 rib or something. I just didn't love that look. And the chart itself, it's a free pattern. I don't know if I mentioned that. The chart is only about 20 rows, and it's pretty easy to memorize because this cable section right here is only about 20 stitches. So it's so easy to work up, and you know that the rest of it is just stockinette. So I'm getting there. I still have, I think by my calculations, I have to repeat the chart like 3 more times before I start doing my decreases. And I'm just working with DPN. So these are the, oh, I don't remember what needle this is. I've had them for a while, but yeah, I just prefer DPNs for socks in general because I've tried, I have talked about Haiti Magic Loop, and I small circulars are not for me. I tried so many. I think I only tried the 9-inch circulars. So maybe if I tried the 12-inch ones, but I'm pretty okay with DPNs. I don't know how long it's gonna take me. I hope I don't get stuck with like second sock syndrome or whatever, but I'm pretty excited for this to be done and for me to, be a sock knitter and start knitting more socks. But these are just so, 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 so satisfying. The yarn, I don't know how I feel about it. We'll see how it wears. I don't love the knitting experience of it, but it is whatever. We'll see how it goes. But so far, I don't think I would even recommend it. It just doesn't feel smooth. And it's not because it's slightly more rustic. It's just, I just don't like the way the stitches look. Like the stitch definition is not my cup of tea. So, but yeah, that's the sock that I'm working on. Very cute. Um, let's move on. I'm so rough on my hangers that maybe these are just really bad quality hangers because I've snapped so many of them by now. Okay, my Ovie sweater. This is the first Ovie sweater that I cast on. This is her. And I showed it while I was working on it. And the last time I showed it, I had just joined in the round. So, and then I went on Ravelry and I was going through my projects and I thought, you know what, I think I'm going to frog it. So I deleted the project off of Ravelry. I was fully prepared to frog it. And I just put it aside. I pulled the needle out. And then I was going back through my whips and I thought, why not just finish this? Because the stitch definition of this yarn is just absolutely incredible. So I have it back on now. So I have knit like maybe 10 or 15 rows or something. And I'm just working on it slowly because, the pattern is already out. I've already knit one already, so there's no rush. I'm actually toying with the idea of unraveling the neckband and doing a turtleneck instead. I'm not the biggest fan of turtlenecks, but I would really love to knit more turtlenecks. So I think that's what I'm probably gonna do. And if you don't know, this is my own pattern. It's the Ovie sweater, just all over cables, and you have more stitch on the sides. And that's what she looks like. And the yarn is, did I not bring the yarn? Oh, it's Pearl Soho Plenty, which was sent to me last year from Pearl Soho. I have knit 2 other cabled knits with this yarn, and it's an absolutely lovely yarn. It's very, very pricey. It's definitely a luxury yarn, but it's 100% merino, so it's 100% extra fine merino. It's listed as Aran, I think, online, but sometimes it feels like it's more of like a bulk. I think you can knit this up to a bulky weight gauge because you could definitely do 6mm needles and 5mm needles. This is knit at a tighter gauge though, so this is like 5mm needles. But yeah, I love this yarn. It's literally the softest thing ever. It feels like a cloud. And the stitch definition. So this is my 3rd time knitting a cable thing with it, and the stitch definition is just unreal when it comes to cables. I still haven't knit anything stockinette with it, but I'm sure it's going to be just as amazing. But yeah, this is what it looks like. That's the Ovie sweater. That's the back. So, it's shaped with German short rows, and, you have charts for everything. the back, the front, the body, the sleeves, all of it. And very, very, very pleased with it. I don't want to go on and on about it just because we have talked about it many, many times. That's whip number 2. So let's move on to one that I have been obsessed with. So in the last podcast, I talked about my Christmas sweater, which was going to be the Lillehammer dollar gun, you know, the 1994 sweater. And I shared the yarn, and I've cast on, and wow, it feels really nice to finally get this on the needles, because I've been talking about this pattern for what feels like years. I don't know which side is going to be the front and which is going to be the back right now, but I don't know. Let me see. So this is what we have. I mean, look at this. There's not much to show because so far I have probably done like 3 repeats of this like section right here. So this is Cascade 220, by the way. And I have 5 colors. All of the colors I've put the project up on Ravelry if you want to check out the colors that I'm using. But this red it's called Christmas Red, and it's a true Christmas red. It's so lovely, very, very stunning. And I decided to do an Italian cast on, so I did. I'm knitting size 3, which is a size large because it goes from small, medium, large, extra large, and then the newer version of the pattern has like an extra size. I'm gonna put the link for the newer version of the pattern down below if anybody is interested. And we started our group chat. I'm doing a cow, so there's about like 70, no, maybe like 60 of us in the chat right now. So if you want to join, just go to my Instagram on my profile, click the link, and one of the links in my profile is the link to the group chat, so you can join whenever. There's no set day for this. I think we're just knitting. So I did Italian cast on, and this is almost 300 stitches. So this is like 280 something stitches. So that was a lot, but I just felt like I just thought I would love that look a lot better than just a regular long tail, because you know the regular long tail would have those like, I don't know, not like, I don't know, I just don't love the look of it if you're knitting bottom up, you know? So, and this is gonna have steeking, so we'll see. I think it's supposed to be quite long. Now, the newer version is a slightly more cropped than the old version, but I want mine to be as long as the old version. So it's a 6-row repeat. It's not necessarily something you can memorize, but you know, it's a lot easier than the rest of the chart. So I haven't gotten to the hard part yet. And this part is just, I've done like 3 repeats, so I think I'm going to do another 2 or 3 repeats and then move on to the rest of the chart, which is going to be much harder because none of the rows are the same. So I'm going to have to be like staring at the chart the entire time. And the way the pattern works up is, you know, you start from one end of the chart to the other end, and then that's where the side marker is, because there's a side, this is my side marker right here. And then you just, once you get to the side marker, you start the chart back up again. So it doesn't line up exactly on the side, but I think they did it that way so that the front and the back will mirror each other exactly. And I don't mind that. I really like it. I'm just so pleased with my colors. So, so pleased. And I'm so glad I went with the red version. I've just had this on my mind for so long, and it's finally happening. My Christmas sweater. Let's hope I finish it before Christmas, because this is it's not an easy knit. I'm thinking maybe next thing I should do is get the sleeves done so that I can set them aside, so that I know that once the body's done and the sweater's done, I just need to do the steeking and attach the sleeves. So yeah, these are the yarns, 2 main colors. And this is our Lillehammer. It's so cute. I'm so glad it's working up. We're doing it. Okay, I'm gonna talk really briefly about my Ovie cardigan because it's not done, but I just wanted to show it really quickly. But yeah, this is just a cardigan version of my Ovie sweater. It's the stitches are worked out, or the cables are worked a bit differently, because instead of just having the center cable in the front and 1 in the back, I now have 2 in the back and 2 in the front, and then you just have 1 stitch in the middle. You still have the cables, but they just look a little bit different. I'm using the same yarn that I used for the first version, which is La Mana Como Grande and La Mana Premia. So, and this is in the Bordeaux. Both colors are in color Bordeaux. But this is what it looks like. So the mohair, definitely, you can see the halo of the mohair all throughout. But it doesn't bother me. I really, really like this. I have one more cable repeat to do before I do the rib. And the pattern is already done, so I just need to finish my sample. And I really wanted to finish it before the test knit starts, but we'll see. We'll see how that goes. But that's the Ovie cardigan. I don't have any set date for release or anything like that. It could be December, it could be January, it could be February, it could be whenever, or it could be never. So we'll see. I just want to get it out into testing so that I know that it's like out of the way and I don't have to stress out about it anymore. But it's also the same construction. This is also knit on the same needles, and what do you call it? It's also done with like short row shaping in the back and all of that. But yeah, that's my Ovie cardigan. Very, very cute. We have three more, I think, but these are like smaller whips. So my Brioche Hat is still on the needles. Hold on. Yeah. So this is my Brioche Hat. I'm just doing a striped Brioche Hat. There's no pattern. I have done like two extra stripes. And then I think what I'm gonna do now is I have to do maybe three more stripes. No, let's see, one, two, three. Yeah, I'm gonna do three more stripes and then start the decreases because I wanna end it on the darker color. So I wanna end it on the navy. I'm using 3.5 millimeter needles, and this is Gepard Puralana. Of course, this is the same, actually the same colors as the sweater that I'm wearing. So the navy and the cream, if it goes well and it actually fits the way I'm thinking, I'm probably gonna make a red one. I'm thinking red, like bright red and like baby pink, because I've never done a stripe like that before, or just maybe bright red and cream or something like that. And I'm gonna be doing regular brioche decreases for this. So I think it's pretty simple. It's just that I'm making sure that when I change colors, I'm changing colors on the row where I'm doing the brioche purl. So that way the second row, I can do the jogless stripe, by lifting the stitch onto the needle and knitting it together. And this is my beginning of the round right there. And yeah, you can't really see any jog. So that's perfect. It's working out really nice. The only thing though is because I'm going to flip this up, because, it's a hat. I wasn't thinking about it. The first few stripes that I did, I should have cut the yarn when I joined in a new color. But I just carried up the color. I wasn't thinking because in my head, I was thinking about it the way I would do a sweater. I just carried up the color, so you can definitely see the color that I carried up. But I guess this will just be in the back, so nobody will see it. So the next one that I knit, I need to make sure that at least the first three stripes, when I join a new color, I cut the yarn and then join the color. So I think that would be really good. So that's the only thing I need to think of for next time. But I think it's so cute, and I really wanted a brioche hat because it's very squishy and the texture is just feels like it would be warmer than a regular 1x1 rib hat, you know what I mean? So let's see how it works up. So far so good. It is very slow though, because I think each stripe is taking me like almost an hour because, well, maybe because I'm just not paying attention, but it's brioche, so it's gonna be slow. I'm just gonna take my time. Hopefully it will be done by the next podcast so we can get started on the second one. I'm just like all about knitted hats right now. I can't get them out of my head. But um I mean, it's the coldest season. We all need hats. So there's no name. I don't have a name for this. I don't have a name for this. It's just a brioche hat. So yeah, that's what it looks like. And then the other hat that I was doing, actually wasn't sure if I was even going to show this because, and now I've dropped all the stitches just because, I already showed it in the last episode and I haven't got much to show, but this is my, Oh my goodness. Wow. This is another hat. This is the Lola Hat, which is my own pattern. It's currently free on Ravelry if any one of you still wants to knit one. I'm gonna show the first one. This is the first one that I knit. So it's just a 2x2 rib hat, but it's double folded. So you just knit 2x2 rib for a very long time. I think for my size, I'm doing 11.5 inches, and I have about an inch left before I start doing the decreases. So yeah, this is the first one, and then we're just working slowly on this. This is also Puralana. I'm just using up all of my extra scraps of yarn to knit all the hats. This is Puralana in Kidsetta. I don't remember the color numbers, but it's probably up on my Ravelry. I think if I focus, I could probably finish this today so that I can at least get one of these hats done. Because I have many more on my mind. I have about 5 or 6 more hats that I want to knit in like brighter colors, because that's something that was really missing in my wardrobe, is hats in like bright colors, greens and reds. And so that's what I want to do next, is a red hat and a yellow one and another navy one, maybe another cream one, a pink and red one. So yeah, and a cherry red one as well. But this is the Lola hat. Not much to say about it. I just did a regular long tail cast on because, you know, it's double folded, so you're not going to be able to see the cast on edge anyway. Okay, we have 2 more. We have this. Last time I showed this yarn. This is Knitting for Olive soft silk mohair, and this is in the color soft peach. And this is a test knit for Garnogslikt, and it's called the Willa Sleeves. I knit the mist sleeves last year for her. I don't even know how I can show this. So I think by the time you're watching this, the pattern may be out or about to come out. So I need to get a move on and actually finish this. I don't even know how to explain this to you. So, but I'm going to try my best. Let me see where the front is. Okay. So I think this is the front. Is this the front? But anyway, this is what it looks like. So the front of it is actually much shorter than the mist sleeves. So basically, this is what you're starting somewhere in the middle right here, with Judy's Magic Cast On. So then you work one side, you work the other side. How do I explain this? So Judy's Magic Cast On. So you have to do Judy's Magic Cast On twice, one for the front, one for the back. You knit all the way to the one shoulder right here, and then you do some increases to shape the shoulder, and then start on one sleeve. So I've started, so this is the right side. So I started the right sleeve, but the pattern recommends that you go back and finish the other side before determining the length of the sleeve, just so you can get like a accurate view of like what it's going to look like, so that one sleeve doesn't end up longer than the other. So I've only done about 10 rows of one sleeve. Now I'm on the other side. I still have quite a few rows to go before I start the other sleeve. So I have done the front. So you basically just go back in, put the stitches from the Judy's Magic Cast On back on the needles, and then work your way up this way. So basically you're starting right here in the center of the chest. You work this way, shaping with increases all the way here. You join in the round for, and that's all flat. You join in the round for one sleeve, knit that sleeve, and then the stitches are on hold for the Judy's Magic Cast On. Remember, you're doing it twice, front and back. You work those separate, increase, and then join, do the other sleeve. So there's a lot of different pieces to it, but it's so much fun, and it knits up really fast. This is 5mm needles, and the mohair is held double. So that's what I'm working on. Very simple project. I'm so glad that I'm doing another sleeve pattern. It's probably maybe not, I don't know if it's a fall weather pattern, but I think it doesn't really matter, because last year I actually knit the mist sleeves around this time as well. And then everything is finished off with I-cord. So I have quite a lot of I-cord to do. I-cord for the neckline, I-cord for the bottom right here, and then I-cord for the sleeves. But the good thing is the sleeves doesn't have any decreases at all. You're just working all the way down, and then you do like one row of decreases before you bind off with I-cord. So I love that. But that's the, I keep wanting to call it the Miss Sleeves, but it's the Willa Sleeves. And I think the pattern should be out like any day now. So I still need to, I think because with the Miss Sleeves, I've only ever worn it with like dresses and like a little like spaghetti strap top. So I'm trying to figure out if there's other ways I can style this. I need to like look up pictures on Pinterest of like how people wear like shrugs and like boleros and things like that. But the thing with Pinterest, I don't know if any of you have noticed, Pinterest is like a mess now. Every other picture is like AI. It's just filled with AI. It's filled with ads. It's just so, oh, I still love it and I still go on there almost every single day, but it's just so frustrating because I'm like, why? I'm not on here to look at AI images. Why are you showing me AI images on something that, you know, I'm supposed to be looking at other people's pictures and getting inspiration? I don't want AI inspiration. Like, what do you mean? Get that out of here. They really need to do something about that. It's just so frustrating to see that. All right, I think this is my last one. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, hold on. How many? Yeah, this is the last one, and I don't know if I'm gonna frog this. Very impromptu cast on because I've been trying to make another Sophie Shawl for a while now, but I haven't really found any yarn that I really liked. But I had some leftover yarn, so this is Gepard Puno. This is Puno, and this is a darker beige. This is 145, color 145, and then I have another one which is a lighter beige. So this is color 142. So these two together, you can see one is a darker beige, one is a lighter beige, and I had 2 skeins of each color. So I thought, okay, let's do like a little color block moment. So I started off with the darker beige, and then now I'm on to the lighter beige. So I'm gonna finish up the lighter beige and then go back to finish the shawl with the darker one. So basically the shawl will end, it will start and end with a darker color. And I don't know if I like it. This is what it looks like right now. So I thought maybe before I was knitting it, I didn't realize it was going to be such a huge difference. But I mean, the darker beige is way, way darker. So that's what it looks like. I can't tell if this is going to be cute or ugly. But I think it would look better once it's blocked. Honestly, the reason I really wanted to do this is because I saw quite a lot of people on Ravelry who were making Sophie shawls with like blown yarn, like Camaro, Snuff Nook, and Drops Air. And I thought, okay, I have 4 skeins. We'll just use 2 skeins and basically use it up. Because I feel like that's what a lot of people do. If you have 4 skeins, you use the 2 skeins to work the increases, and then you use the last 2 skeins to work the decreases. So that's what I'm doing. I'm not entirely sure what size it's going to end up being, but I think it's going to be between the medium and the large because I'm already about the length of the small right now. So I think it's going to be slightly larger than the medium, and I want to leave a little bit of yarn left from the second ball just in case I need a little bit more yarn to finish the decrease section. But that's what we're doing. And that's the Sophie Shawl, and now the light is completely gone again. And that's my last whip. So I've just started the new color, and I just can't tell if this is going to be cute. But at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter because when I wrap it, you're only going to be able to, I don't know, you're not going to be able to really see the color blocking situation. So I think it's going to be fine. I could have just bought more yarn, but I thought I have these 4 skeins. I just want to use them. I don't really care about anything. So I think that's everything. As you can see, I have a lot of small whips going on right now. Out of all of my whips, I think 1, 2, 3, 4, like 5 of them are like tiny whips, and that's sort of like the mood that I'm in right now because, you know, obviously I have the Lillehammer and it has to be done. It really has to be done because it's a huge knit. So it looks like it's going by really fast now, but once I get to the other side, the other section of the chart, it's going to be a very slow knit. I can already tell. So I just need to pace myself with that. But I have almost 2 months, so hopefully everything will be fine and I will be able to get it done in time. But that's pretty much everything for today's video. I have no acquisitions. I was actually expecting a package, but I think it's maybe lost in the mail, so they may have to send me a replacement one. We'll see. And I think my next video is going to be like a roundup video of patterns that I have so many patterns to share, like for like a seasonal thing. So that will probably be my next video. And all of my links will be down below as usual. If you want to join us for the cow, let me know, or just go on my Instagram and join the chat. It's that easy. And also for my last roundup video, I had said that I was going to do a giveaway, and I think I forgot to choose winners in my last video. So this was like 2 videos ago. So I'm going to choose 2 people. I'm going to put your name on the screen from the comments of that video. And to win like 1 pattern each from the patterns that I mentioned in that video. Basically, it's just a compilation of like seasonal color work sweaters that you can knit for Christmas or whenever. So I'll put your names on the screen. If you watch this video, please reach out to me via email so I can get the pattern to you. And that's it for me today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.